The game in a little bit, but we will be hopping in shortly. Guys, let's talk about the new mulligan and kind of figure out where this match is going for the actual proper decks that they're playing. And it looks like the matchup is going to be, I'm going to guess it's going to be Haven versus Dragon. Oh, darn it! I messed it up. Alright, let's talk about Haven versus Rune here. You guys, take it away.
Alright, so, okay, so now that we know Essia is playing Dread, he's playing the Dread Shift deck, he is at, I think, a very decisive advantage in this matchup, provided he gets his combo. And that combo can be, pretty hard to assemble.
Again, very, very draw dependent, but his hand just looks like the old controlled dirt rune lists that used to be running around. Just kind of taboos and Lucifers.
So the idea of this deck, for anyone who doesn't know, is that Queen of the Dreadsea is the essential biggest part of the deck. So Queen of the Dreadsea says fanfare when it comes in, you reduce the cost of a card that is neutral and not neutral in your hand to 0, and you discard everything else. And so usually it's going to be D Shift, or rather Dimension Shift, or Lucifer or Israfil. And if you have an Evo point at that point in the game, then you will be able to OTK your opponent with Lucifer and Queen of the Dreadsea, or Israfil and Queen of the Dreadsea.
And your deck just kind of plays. There's Queen. Your deck just kind of plays like this control-y, mid-rangey dirt thing until you do that.
Well, the deck is definitely very, very, very grindy.
For sure. And
Okay,
there it is. He actually has Dimension Shift and Queen.
You were done for.
He has actually all of his combo pieces. He has the Lucifer, he has the Dimension Shift, and the Queen.
Let me ease your pain.
He doesn't, however, have a 5 play point play, though. Which is not good. And he burned a card. It's even
Burned an unknown card. Ugh. Floating 4 play points there. Feels bad.
Oh,
man.
no!
And this Jun is just, oh my god. Esha's just blow up city population Esha.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Get dead written all over it. And even added the Evo just as injury to insult. Oh my.
Poor Esha.
The blowout.
Boarded the bus to Pound Town and just, man.
And got wrecked.
Is that actually all of it because of the match win that Symphonus had?
I don't know.
Does that not? I think that knocks Esha out. Well, it's a Swiss thing. That doesn't knock him out.
It's round robin,
yeah.
but
it's not a bracket.
Can't get knocked out at round robin. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure if we get a second game now. Man.
Yeah, that was a game.
Let's see. The NGE admin account is clicking around. What do I do? So where do I go?
The NGE admin account was looking for card packs to open, to be honest. I think they were highly inspired by the competition today and looking for new decks to play. But what an incredibly fast match that was. And I mean, I feel like that's kind of what some of these matchups boil down to, right? Aggro plays fast, but they can also burn out real quick. And so that's kind of, you either have it end fast in your favor or you lose kind of very not in your favor at all. What do you think about the next match coming up here? What are the adjustments that have to be made? Kind of what are you foreseeing in this match, Aya Senpai?
Oh man. Hope he draws better. Just the only thing. like,
They're
that's
not
the only
artists.
thing I can say.
They're
That's the only
they're
thing I can
Shadowverse
say.
players. Get it together. These guys aren't
Okay, all right.
posting their beautiful art pieces on social media. They're not
All
meant
right,
to draw.
okay.
They should be
Well,
drawing while playing on
Unfortunately,
webcams.
again, like, the only thing he really could do is draw better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And sometimes that's kind of what happens, as Duzella will let you know. And
Sorry, Solo. Sorry, man.
rest in peace. Rest in peace. The most heartbreaking thing is I feel like Durzello is a very smart player. It's just he has not caught a break. He's kind of the opposite to Cizzone, who was living on Cloud 9 for the longest time. Obviously, Cizzone kind of got stopped too, but there have been a
Card games
handful.
can do that too, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's like sometimes you're a good player and like you just have this run where you go on fire and you do amazing, and the opposite can happen as too. And then Shadowverse it's a game where they're like endings are very explosive. Like every deck just ends. If it's gonna end the game, it ends the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like Durzello gets 1 or 2 bad draws every game, and it's just like, man, I just lose. Feels
Yeah.
Durzello, man.
It can be very heartbreaking. Oh, incidentally, we got an update on the admin situation. Apparently, before the error occurred, it had been rectified between the two players that the wrong deck was queued up, and so they had discovered that before the mulligan, so the match can continue as normal, and that's why Symphonus is not awarded the 1-0 before the series started, so he will have to win one more here. Now it is 1-0 against Essia, and Symphonus' Havencraft deck is out, so we are playing out the match as per normal now. The situation is fine. This is fine.
Everybody calm.
Oh.
Esha has Queen of Dreadsea in both of his decks.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
All right. How is that gonna work? How does Queen of the Dreadsea operate in a Dragoncraft deck?
Well, Queen of the Dreadsea in Dragoncraft usually is trying to just set up a very insurmountable lead with using like itself with Polyphonic Roar or Israfil. So you play the Polyphonic Roar for 0. You have the Queen of the Dreadsea and an Israfil in play. Your opponent will have a difficult time dealing with those two, and then if they do, they still have to deal with the Polyphonic Roar. So it could just set up a very, very, very dangerous indie game for you.
It definitely can. However, Mutagenic Bolt, even if you dump like Zeus Genesis Dragon on the board, if you don't die to that attack, Mutagenic Bolt is a pretty good, AoE polymorph effect on everything that is dropped.
Okay, so this game is going by pretty quick.
Yes, they are slapping these cards down.
Yeah, it's like they just jamming cards. Okay.
Saku
alright,
Lucifer
Saku.
is a very strong play. Yeah.
Especially right now. This combination is not something you want to see when you're the dirt rune player. You don't want to see that ever. You always hope they brick it, and then they never do.
They never did. No, never.
Yeah.
Another regular Levi gives him a Crimson Sorcery.
But after a certain point, this game is going to get to what I'll say unwinnable for Symphonus. Yeah, it's definitely going to get to unwinnable. I can't imagine him not playing.
Wow.
The
Bounces Zonar
Polyphonic-
Sigil, finds the Magic Illusionist.
Yeah, it's
He's
crazy
setting up these wards, man. He's making sure he's got a ward.
for sure.
But
So-
Esha's just back at full health.
Keep relying on you, Dragon.
I think what he's looking for is a Bahamut. Like, he's looking for a Bahamut.
To pop all their sigils at once.
Yep. 0 value.
To an end.
Well, that's what he wants to give him, so that's why he's looking for the Bahamut.
Fighting is so
Alright, so Israfil coming down. Yep, he's going to just clear away the board. He will still have Magic Show, or rather Magic Illusionist. Yeah, we just nickname him Magic Show. And the 10-10 Israfil will probably end up getting,
Mutagenic Bolt.
But now,
Yeah.
Polyphonic Roar.
Esha just has a hand. He's got a hand of value.
Yeah. He happens to have a hand with cards in it. And all those cards happen to be pretty good. So, All right. I guess the question he's gonna ask himself, or was gonna ask himself, is if he evos. I actually kind of like him not doing it. But
yeah, I also like not playing Levi here too.
Yeah, I like that too. But
Grim, yeah, effectively only kills one of them. Like, so. Oh, he drew another one. That's such a weak draw. Yeah, that's so weak.
Yeah.
Wizardess though.
Oh. Yeah, because
no access to Earthright, so it makes his Calamitous Curse really bad.
Well, he might draw a sigil off of this, and he does. So he will be a Calamitous Curse.
There's another curse actually too. He can go for it.
Yeah, I think he should.
You also draw a card doing it too, because it's a Witch's Cauldron. So, yep.
And a Halo Golem, which does nothing, but
it does 3-face if he finds another Earthright.
He needs a sigil. Right now, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Realistically, though, Eshia's just got. He's sitting on like this amazing pressure in his hand right now.
Yeah, he's looking at his hand. He's like, these are some nice legendary cards.
He can also banish this Calamitous card. Ooh! Oh, it just has lethal.
I like it.
Yeah. He has lethal by evolving.
Oh no, this isn't lethal. This is only 12 damage.
Yeah, I gave Queen of the Dreadsea the ability to play 2 neutrals. If you had played Zeus and Lucifer and evolved Lucifer and gone face up 2, but she can't do that.
Have you seen evolved Queen of the Dreadsea? It looks pretty sweet.
I haven't. No, I've never seen that.
Well, you just saw it. There it is.
I actually kept the 0 play point Sybil in hand. I'm not sure what he expects to happen.
Dead. Dead. Yeah, he can't do anything here.
Oh, Symphonus is very dead. Essia kept the Sybil in hand when I was 0 play points, and I'm not sure what he thought would happen to it.
I don't know. He maybe just wanted space for the additional Polyphon War. Or the dragon. I mean, I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Oh well,
he's
mega dead. He's
oh yeah.
The beam Bahamut could come down.
And not only that, but Evolved Queen of the Dreadsea actually didn't die and stayed in play, and he used that to give the finishing blow. I love it. Style points. Good job, Essia.
It looked good. It looked good. I've never actually seen Evolved Dreadsea, so she looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, noise. She looks noise.
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 She looks noise, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about that route, but.
Well, I mean, you know what? You don't have to know. I'll know. You know, you can have your version.
So this is gonna be. This is match point for both. So. And it's a rune mirror.
I guess you're looking for a fight. Let's see you in action.
Right. So. Not the hand he wants.
Ooh.
That's not the hand
Double
you want.
Iron Scrap Smelter is interesting.
It's not a good hand versus Essia's deck at all. I mean, honestly, I would have thrown back the second Smelter. Like, this is not a good hand against his deck. And to explain why, like, this hand's far too slow. I mean, in all seriousness, I probably would have even considered throwing a whole hand back just for something faster than this. This hand's way too slow.
Possibly. Iron Scrap Smelter is much worse on the draw than it is on the play. So, especially when you have nothing in hand that eats it. So.
Well, generally against like aggressive lists, you wouldn't mind having Scrap Iron Smelter, but
yeah, of course.
We know that this deck is not aggressive, and yeah. So Essia has like this. He has this smile on his face, kind of like, yeah, he hasn't done anything. Yes. Yeah. So like he's gonna actually get to play the perfect control game right now. Mm-hmm. Just sit and do nothing.
Sit and do nothing, exactly.
Alright, Piercing Rune hitting the face and taking out the Lu. But again, like, this is just not the type of hand you want if you're Burn Rune.
Both hands don't really don't really do anything. I mean, Dwarf Alchemist can come down. Dwarf Alchemist could even evolve if he wanted it to search for a card, but I don't think he needs to do that. Levi can come down and evolve, but again, you don't really need any of those cards. Gingerbread House again.
Oh, why not?
Why not?
At this point, all Essia is looking for is an opportunity to... And he does have the Kaleidoscopic Glow, so he could play that if he wanted. But all he's looking for right now is an opportunity to get his combo and just win the game. Like, he is on cruise control right now.
Mm-hmm. Even bounces the Witch's Cauldron. He won't really delay that draw at all, though, since it can just be replayed. Ooh, never mind.
Actually, I think Symphonus just misordered there. Probably should have played
I think that was a misordering.
Witch's Cauldron first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
interesting. So, Eshia's plan worked.
Yeah.
Play it backwards.
Brain scramble. Kaleidoscopic Glow does that to you, man. It's such a tilting card. Even if it hits something that, seems innocuous, it's still a tilting card.
Well, I like that card. I think it's a great card. So.
But Glow? I'm not saying it's a bad card at all. It's great.
It's great.
I'm just saying, like...
Wow, he actually does evolve the Dwarf Alchemist to dig for something and finds a Professor of Taboos. But I mean, that's just another card that doesn't really... It's a good card, but it doesn't do anything when your opponent's not doing anything. Like, it's a lot of people doing nothing.
Well, it does something now, but
yeah.
So what Dwarf Alchemist does, it has Fanfare, add an Earth Essence to your hand, and then when you evolve it, it will add a random a card with Earthright from your hand from your deck into your hand. So any card that has an Earthright ability, that card will fetch. That's how he got the Professor Taboos in his hand.
Mm-hmm. Professor, a pretty good card. Wow, actually palms a Calamitous Curse on that board. Interesting.
Oh, man.
Finds the Queen.
And he's smiling now. He's like, I got my combo, bro. I got it. I got my combo.
We got it. Just got to make it to 10 play points.
Yep. Well, which he definitely is. There's no pressure on him.
Yeah, for sure. This is the opposite of what Earthrune needs to be doing. Like, Earthrune had no pressure whatsoever the whole game. And it's just...
Wow, why would he not play the Dwarf Alchemist? He's going to die with 3 Evo points?
He's going to save them for next week. Clearly saving them for the mid-season finale.
Oh, he is going to...
Re-evolves Halo Golem. He heard your insult and just decided to evolve it.
But it wasn't... I wasn't even insulting him. I was just saying, like, he's going to die with 3 Evos? Like...
just 165.
He doesn't have to do anything. He's like, yep, he got the big grin on his face. He's a happy man. He's going to take a sip of water. He is good.
Eshia's fine.
He's like, bruh, GG.
It won't be long now.
And then evolve on Master Mage Levi, just to use these evolves, really. Don't let them go to waste, right?
Yeah, well, hey. Evolves are a terrible thing to waste.
They are, yeah.
Shall I grant your fragile dreams?
Queen of the Dread Sea. Dimensional Shift. And it's for Phil.
Yup. This is where you start crying rivers and rivers of tears. Oh, man.
I mean, you can, or you could not.
Or you, yeah, you should, right?
Or you could not.
Queen of the Dread Sea, getting the job done. Good job, Essia.
There it is. Essia will win 2-1. Queen of the Dread Sea. This is the second time we saw that combo, and there is something beautiful about the simplicity of, in 10 turns, do I draw the 2-3 cards that I need